Oh yeah. Wait a minute, girl, can you slow down? Wait a minute, girl, what's the rush now? I wanna introduce myself to you. My name is one-on-one guy, to prefer nouns. I like the way you put your fists together. I like the way you do your hair in the morning. I see why all the boys want you, girl. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about this one specific undrafted free agent that the Washington Commanders signed, and how I personally think he has a strong possibility to make the Washington Commanders active roster. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, the Washington Commanders wasted no time after the draft to signing undrafted free agents, as often they do and every other team do. They signed a ton of players. I'm talking quarterbacks, receivers, a ton of players. And this one guy stuck out to me, specifically Cashmere Allen, and I think he has a golden opportunity to make this roster. As we know, the Washington Commanders has struggled in the kick return game since departing ways with DeAndre Carter in 2021. We haven't had no spark. We haven't had no spark since he left the team to go to LA in the kick return duty. We tried Dax Milne back there at punts. To me, Dax Milne is overly hated. Okay, I think he's overly hated. No, is Dax Milne exciting? Is he fast? Does he have a burst? Is he going to be exciting? Is he going to take it back from the 20 to the 40 to the 50? And no, he's not. He's not going to give you any kind of spark. However, at least he's going to catch the ball. At least we came a long way from Steven Sims. Y'all remember those times? Steven Sims was horrible at punting, and it didn't even start off like that for Steven Sims. You know what I'm saying? He had the spark. He had the playmaking ability, and I love Steve Sims, man. I think he's in Pittsburgh now, had a solid year last year, and I had high hopes for Steve Sims, but he had the jitters in 2020. We know he couldn't catch a punt. So, at least we're not there, okay? That's why I personally think Milne is overhated, because, yeah, I would love a good kick return. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I wouldn't. I would love a good kick return or a good punt return. However, I would rather have a guy that I know is going to for sure catch the ball and start me at the 25-20 than having a guy that has some playmaking ability but struggles with corralling in the catch. Simple as that. And Dax Milne definitely is replaceable, and I definitely think they're looking to replace him. But let's not act like Dax Milne didn't come up huge in some games as a receiver too now. Dax Milne can play slot. Okay, he can catch the ball. That is his strong suit. Like, again, he's not exciting as a player. He's not anybody that's going to wow you. But he's going to catch the ball, whether it's punts or as a receiver. So, I personally don't think Dax Milne is as easy out as everybody else. Do I think they're going to move on from Dax Milne? I think it's a strong possibility, especially with this Cashmere Allen guy coming in, and he's able to return punts and stuff like that. Again, I'm not defending Milne. I'm not saying he is irreplaceable. He's definitely replaceable. However, I personally think the hate for him is a little overdrawn. But let's talk about Cashmere Allen. He's a guy that went to UCLA. I believe he started as a running back, and then they converted him to wide receiver. I think he's about 5'8" and a $176. He's a guy that is fast, has that playmaking ability that we're so desperately missing at the return game. We tried AG back there, and it didn't go as planned. It was okay, but it wasn't anything that was special, right? So let's look at him. I have an article pulled up here based off Cashmere Allen. Let's look at him. He's 5'9", 175. Let's see. In 2022 season, the Bruins converted Allen to a wide receiver. He posted the best numbers of his college career, racking up over 600 scrimmage yards and 4 touchdowns. In his last season, he ranked 21st in the country in kick return yards, averaging 24.6 per return. From NFL.com Draft Pro Smile. smallish speedster who will need to prove to NFL evaluators that he is more than just a gadget option. Despite his explosiveness, Allen scored just 11 touchdowns on the offense during his UCLA career, as his primary duties were to be a catch and run variety of underneath routes. He's not a very effective route runner, but his acceleration and agility can help change that if he keeps working on his technique. His speed and open field potential could create an opportunity for him. Now, Cashmere Allen is exactly the kind of player that Kyle Shanahan uses in his system. One, he has good speed and versatility. I could see him being used in a similar way that Deebo Samuel is to fit with their offensive scheme. It's interesting that he decided to declare as a hybrid player, so I could see him ending up like a Lynn Bowden from the Patriots. Some of his strengths. He has a potential to be an early contributor as a team's returner on special teams, which we're interested in. He's incredibly impressive. He has an incredibly impressive straight line speed. Has the potential to be very effective at peeling up yards after catch, so he has really good yak. He has the skills to follow his blocks in open space, so he follows the big boys up front. He has solid pass blocking for his size. Weaknesses: has to improve as a route runner, fairly small stature, still raw as a wide receiver, can be brought down by a single defender as a function of his size. So that's a little bit of background information on Cashmere Allen. He has a lot of explosive plays. He has a lot of kick return yards, you know what I'm saying, for being a returner at UCLA. And he can be exactly what we want. Is he small? Yeah, 5'9", 5'8". Okay, cool. You guys know how I feel about that. If you could ball, you could ball. I don't care what your size is, right? His weaknesses: not really good route runner, and he gets taken out by a single defender. Two things with that. One, yeah, he might not be the best route runner now, but he can always improve on that. And two, he can't change his height. So you're not going to pick up a guy, you're not going to play a guy because of his size, but he is really good. That doesn't make sense to me. So I think he has a really good chance to make this roster if he impresses at the mini camps. If he makes it to OTAs and impresses through there, and he makes it to training camp and he impresses through there, I think he has a strong possibility to be a kick returner. And look what he can provide. They say he's a Deebo Samuel kind of guy. And again, they don't mean he is like Deebo Samuel. They just mean the play style or the scheme that he would fit. The best role he would play is a kind of guy that does what Deebo Samuel do. But obviously Deebo Samuel is much bigger, much more better. He's much more stronger. But that's the kind of role that he would play. And considering the fact that we have a guy like Eric Bieniemy now as our offensive coordinator, I could see a guy like Cashmere Allen making a team as just a wide receiver, as a kick returner, but you getting certain packages for him, and he's actually getting snaps in the offense. I think the creativity is through the roof with this guy and with this whole entire team. Now, if we still had Scott Turner, I don't think the creativity of this guy would be able to be, unleashed. And I think he would just simply be a kick returner. And maybe that's where he will be here. But I think it is a possibility that EB sees this guy's talent more than just a kick returner. And he could potentially get some burn as a wide receiver / running back, a hybrid player. But I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I would not mind moving on from Dax Milne as the kick returner / punt returner. A lot of people think Dax Milne could get cut. That's a possibility too. To move on to a guy like Cashmere Allen that provides an explosiveness act that's been missing from this kick return game since DeAndre Carter left. I know a lot of people I've been talking about put Curtis Samuel back there. I personally want to put Curtis Samuel back there because I think he's too valuable to this team's success. And given his injury history, I don't want to risk him getting hurt on a punt return. A lot of y'all are like, well, if football happens, he can get hurt anywhere. But I guarantee y'all, if he got hurt, knock on wood, if he got hurt doing punt return duties, y'all going to sit there and say, oh, Ron should have never had him on punt return. The coaching staff should have never had him on punt return because he's too valuable to his offense. So I think they should just play it safe, which I think they're doing. That's why Curtis Samuel doesn't go back there, is just leave him where he is and let him be the versatile weapon and wide receiver, slide receiver, all over a unicorn piece that he is. So yeah, man, that is one of the guys that I wanted to talk on specifically. There are a ton of other all-drafted free agents like the quarterback that we signed that could potentially make this roster, but him, I think he may have one of the better shots, specifically because the kick return and punt return aspect and duties he can cover. So let me know what you guys think about Cashmere Allen down below in the comment section. As always, being boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe. Hails to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you problems.